I get told I'm stubborn very often. And for a long time, I was in denial about it, and it would make me upset, and I would take offense to it. But then I realized it's my greatest superpower. If people were telling you you're stubborn, yeah, there's probably times where you're being a dickhead, but there's a great superpower to being stubborn. When I was probably 12 years old, I had a stepdad, and we were in his car, and he was playing Kanye West. Can't tell me nothing, right? And he kept saying, "This is your song, Kev." And young me, I was crying. I'm like, "No, I'm not stubborn. I listen." I was crying. But he was right. I'm super stubborn. And I've identified it as a positive trait more than a negative trait now. In fact, it's one of the most valuable traits you can have. Everyone tries to be reasonable all the time. But things that are valuable are less common. So if everyone's trying to be reasonable and accepted all the time, it has less value. Not only that, just the tangible effects of being stubborn, right? If you have a business and you have someone working for you and they're a yes man and they do whatever you tell them to do, how valuable is that when someone else comes along and tells them to do something that's not in your best interest, but because they're reasonable, they go for it? When someone's stubborn, if they're on your team, they're on your team. Yet, everyone's looking for people that are cooperative and nice. But everyone that's nice and everyone that's cooperative and people that are super reasonable are essentially just traitors. They're traitors, they're weaklings, and they're ruining everything. Because anyone can rationalize. You know this from yourself. It's so easy to rationalize anything. You can rationalize why you should eat that piece of cake. You can rationalize why you shouldn't go to the gym that day. You can rationalize why you should blah, 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 and all these things that are negative. Why you should take that money from this person or do something bad. It's super easy to lie to ourselves. What's hard is standing on things that you don't want to stand on or things that aren't good for you, but may be in the best interest of the team that you're on. If you were to commit a crime and you wanted to go with someone, would you want to go with someone that's reasonable? Well, nothing reasonable. There's nothing reasonable about risking yourself to commit this crime and the negative consequences that could come along with it. So when the police come along or whoever comes along and says, "Well, we think you did this, 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 and this," it's super reasonable to talk to them and tell on the partner to save themselves. That's a super reasonable thing to do. You know what's unreasonable? Saying, "Give me 10. Give me 10. Give me 10 years. I'm not telling on my boy. Give me 10 years." That's less reasonable. But which quality would you rather have on your side? So when everyone out here is running around trying to be reasonable and trying to be cooperative and be nice and be accepted and to not be stubborn and to be easygoing, you're just removing all of your own value. All the value is in being unreasonable and being stubborn in what you believe in and what you chose to be a part of.